check in today. This morning before I left the cabin. So I guess we're gonna just recap what I've been up to this morning. And I do have a couple comments, I guess, about the experience so far. So, first of all, I got this when I came back to the cabin just now. Nice little invitation to the Captain's Circle cocktail party tomorrow. Tomorrow is formal night number 2, so this is part of the elite status that I got through being a travel agent. So I'll get to show you what that looks like. I also realized my spa thing that I didn't come with the discount I was supposed to get. So I'm gonna go check on that. It's only like $15, but still, I should be getting it. So yeah, let's get into what I've been doing today. So today was day 2 in San Francisco. I obviously did not get off the ship. It is very nice out today though. It's still cold. I did think about getting off and doing a couple things, but I didn't really, it wasn't warm enough to do the one thing I wanted to do, which was go to Ghirardelli Square. And it's not that far of a walk, but the thought of eating a Ghirardelli sundae when it's 50 degrees out just did not sound fun. And then having to walk back and be freezing, so we didn't do it. I was going to do that and go to Greece Cathedral with it, which if you're visiting, highly recommend. I've been there a few times. My first trip to San Francisco before we lived here was with my high school choir. We did a tour down here and got to sing there, and it was beautiful. So highly recommend doing a tour there if you get the chance. They're right next to the Painted Ladies too, so it's kind of hit both landmarks at the same time. But yeah, so I got up early. I got up around 7. I did not do room service breakfast today. I went down to International Cafe and grabbed a coffee, and they have a breakfast burrito and some other like pastry type things down there. If you are not in the mood to deal with the buffet for breakfast, that's a great spot to just grab some light breakfast things. They have breakfast burritos, sandwiches, pastries. They had yogurt, oatmeal, things like that. So, and it wasn't very crowded. I'm assuming because it was around 9 when I got down there, and most people were probably off the ship, but it was very easy. The breakfast burrito was not the best. I don't think I would get it again. And then I also got monkey bread, which also was not the best. It was kind of hard, so that was disappointing. But my coffee's been good. I've been doing a a vanilla bean latte every morning, and that's great. So yeah, we did that, and then there hasn't been much going on today. It's been pretty dead. I know it's because we're in port and they're expecting everyone to be off the ship because most people want to go out and do that. Most people, until like the events haven't really started other than like spa like classes where they try and sell you stuff or things like that. Most people have just been kind of sitting around and reading or playing games, things like that. I haven't seen any of the people that I've been hanging out with today, so I don't know what they're doing, but you know, most of them have balconies, and they had mentioned they like hanging out on their balconies and reading, so wouldn't be surprised if that's what they're doing. But it's kind of, I think a lot of it for me too is this itinerary is a very cold itinerary. So especially when you're not getting off in the ports, that makes it a little bit hard to find things to do. Because normally if I was going to Mexico and not getting off the ship, I would just be in the pool on the ship. And you can't really do that with how cold it is. There's been some kids in the pool or in the hot tub, but the thought of putting a swimsuit on and going out there, and like I would never get out of the hot tub. So, and I didn't want to go to the spa because yesterday it made me so tired. I just was like dead the rest of the day. So I figured that'd be a good thing to do tonight before I go to bed. But yeah, so there hasn't been much going on. I did go and get some work done this morning. And then I was able to find like a little quiet corner in O'Malley's that I could hide in and get some work done. And then around half an hour ago, they started doing trivia downstairs. That's kind of the one gripe that I have, is all of the activities pretty much have been trivia, which, like, I love trivia, like, don't get me wrong, but, like, I win music trivia every single time. Doesn't matter what the theme is, I always end up winning, and that's not fair to other people. So I started going and just watching and doing it on my own, and not, like, making it a big deal, like, you know, not actually playing. I did last night, though. I forgot to hop on here and talk about it before I went to bed because I was so tired, but I did go to I believe it was called the Majority Rules show, and it's a game show, and you basically are in teams, you know, within your group. I didn't play, I just watched, which I'm really glad I did that because it was so funny. But basically they give you a question or a topic, and you have to come up with the answer to the topic, what you think is the correct answer. And like the majority, or the answer that has the majority of the teams agreeing with it, is the winner. So, but it's funny because you have to think of like what the other people around you would say, like the other teams are going to say. And some of them can be very inappropriate. You know, it was like, name something that can only be used once. And, you know, they try to keep it family friendly because they say it's PG-16. But really, it's hard to do that. And there were some kids in the room that were probably a little under 16 that were a little shocked at what they were talking about. None of it was even that bad. It was just, you know, some of the jokes people were making were a little adult. So that was really fun. I really enjoyed that. And then they did a Family Feud style show after that. That was okay. But yeah, today is 80s night. So there's a lot of 80s trivia, 80s famous faces trivia that I'm going to go do. They're doing a rock and roll trivia here in about half an hour that I'm going to go to. And then 80s dance party tonight. And then we're sailing out of San Francisco late. So I'm going to try and catch the Golden Gate Bridge, hopefully be able to see it if it's early enough, but I don't think it will be since I missed it coming in. So yeah, that was my morning. And then for lunch, I did not want to deal with the buffet. I did the buffet for lunch yesterday, and the food today looked like it was the same stuff, and I just was not feeling it. So I went to the Salty Dog Grill, grabbed a burger. It was a good burger. It just wasn't like amazing. You know, on Carnival they've got Guy's burgers, and I love anything Guy Fieri does, but those I think were better than these. And even the ones on Virgin, I like those better. They don't beat Guy's, I don't think, but I think those are better. So yeah, their fries are really good. I did enjoy those. So I think what I'm going to do now is go get some ice cream. I haven't tried the soft serve yet, and I also haven't tried the premium desserts that I get through my Princess Plus package. So I think I'm gonna go try the soft serve one just because that's faster, and I don't need a gigantic sundae right now. That's just too much sugar for me. Maybe I'll save that for tomorrow since it's a C day. But yeah, so we're gonna go do that, and we're gonna go to the rock and roll trivia, and then let's see what else we have on the schedule. I've got a lot of little breaks in there because, like I said, port days, I don't really schedule much until later at night. And so half an hour is a video game challenge, Super Mario Kart in Princess Live. So I'll go watch that for a little bit. And then music trivia, rock and roll greatest hits is at 3. And then there's some other like quiz shows happening in there that I may stick around for. But the one yesterday, the quiz show, it was not one that I would probably do again. And it may have just been the person that was running it, like the questions she picked. They were all very weird and things that I would have never known the answer to. And then 4:45, they're doing live music down at O'Malley's, so I might go watch that. Or around 5, there's the stretch class that I have been trying to go to, and I think I might do that instead of going first thing tomorrow morning, because although I like the idea of going tomorrow morning and then going to the spa, I think I'll do that. That sounds like a better idea. So yeah, I'll go do that, and then we've got dinner I think I'm going to do at Gigi's Pizza, since I did O'Malley's last night, and there's a lot of shows and stuff that I want to go to tonight. So that just seems easy. Famous Faces trivia is at 6:30. And then they're doing a movie tonight on the outdoor movie area. It's Back to the Future for 80s night. And then we've got a production show at 7:30, but that's also at the same time as 80s trivia. So I think I'm going to go to 80s trivia. And then the band that I like, I'll put a clip of them in here from last night. They're very good. They're playing tonight until 9. There's more 80s sing-along trivia tonight. And then 80s dance class. And then the Back to the 80s party is at 10. So I'll be able to go to bed a little bit earlier than normal. Well, normal for this week because my sleep schedule's all screwed up. I will not be going to the Vista Lounge again tonight because that is just too much for me. Like, I overdid it the first night and had fun and it was great. And then I went back last night for like half an hour with people that I met who actually lived near me. So I was hanging out with them. But yeah, it was too much. I was so tired. I was done. So not doing that tonight. I'm gonna dip out of the 80s party a little bit early and go to bed. I just want to see what the party is like in the beginning. So that's the plan for today. I think I will do the stretch class. Let's see, what time is that at? Because there's not really anything between 5 and 6:30 that I want to do. And that's only a 30-minute class. So I'll be able to go do that and then go get ready for dinner and all the other things. And I may even just have pizza, like room service pizza or something for dinner. And save Gigi's for tomorrow or another night. Because I did bring some stuff that would kind of fit for the 80s theme today. So I kind of want to do that. So I think that's going to be the plan. We'll go to I'm going to set a reminder actually to go to Stretch Lab. All right. I need another drink and possibly some coffee. I just know I need some caffeine. And I'm not in a hurry to go to this Super Mario thing since I'm just watching. So we're going to go do that. And then we'll see what kind of fun we can get into this afternoon. Hopefully, it's a lot less boring than this morning was.
Let's see the answer. There we go. Don't worry, baby. The Beach Boys. Woo. This is so 60s. Alright. Beach Boys always win. Yes!
These 4 puppies to live on the streets of Argentina. Now listen, I'm gonna go out one more time, but I'm gonna need of your help. I'm gonna need the loudest cheer that Discovery Princess has ever witnessed before. Help me to help these puppies. I'm going out in 1, 2, 3. Good evening, hold on to what we got. It doesn't make a difference if we're making or not. We got each other, and that's for life, for love. We'll give it a shot.
Well, it has been quite the day. I'm completely exhausted. It's been a long day. But let's get into what we did this afternoon. So we went to all kinds of different trivia and fun sing-along 80s themed things. And that was really fun. Made all kinds of friends doing that. and it was very entertaining. So I highly recommend going to the sing-along, especially the sing-along. The person on the entertainment staff that handles that is so funny. He's been my favorite person so far. And yeah, he just made it really fun. So highly recommend that. Dinner we did at the buffet just because I was in a hurry and I wasn't like super hungry. Most of it, so I just kind of like grabbed a few things to try it. There wasn't much that I like actually wanted. Today was barbecue night, so I got some spare ribs. They were a little overcooked, a little dry. I also got meatloaf, which was also a little dry, but it's like at the carving station, so that like obviously it gets dried out when it's sitting under that heat lamp. Mashed potatoes were good. Macaroni and cheese was okay. You know, it's a buffet. It's buffet food, so I wasn't expecting much. But I did hear that their buffet is supposed to be really good, so I'm conflicted. But it's food. Like, we can't really complain, right? We're on a cruise and we're being fed. It could be much worse. So yeah, we did that, and then I went and grabbed a couple drinks before I went to the trivia and all the things. So yeah, fun night. Lots of dancing. I watched this time because I've done enough dancing this trip and we don't need to be doing that anymore. But it's definitely bedtime. And I decided to do my stretch class at 10 instead of 7. So I filled out my little door card for breakfast. I can't remember if I talked about this in one of the other videos, but you get this little card in your stateroom that you can fill out and they'll deliver breakfast to you at whatever time you want it. So I'm testing that out today, or for tomorrow morning. And you just put it on your door before you go to bed. So I'm not sure what the cutoff time is. The first couple nights I just have been back so late that I didn't see anyone's door hangers, so I figured I was too late. But I got back at a normal time tonight, so I set mine out there. So yeah, we'll see how that is. I'm gonna go through the schedule for tomorrow and see what else there is that I haven't bookmarked yet. There should be a lot more activities tomorrow because it's a C day. So I'm for sure doing the stretch class. And then it looks like everything else is kind of like seminars in the spa. So I'll go to the stretch class, go to the spa, hang out in the thermal suite for a bit, grab some lunch somewhere, and then I think tomorrow I'm going to try the pizza slice out on the Lido deck. Hopefully the weather's nice and I can sit by the pool and read for a bit. And then there are Deal or No Deals tomorrow at 1, so I'll probably go watch that, which is basically just bingo but Deal or No Deal. And then I know the big Captain's Circle thing is tomorrow, and it's also our second formal night, so we gotta get ready for that at some point. The musical spoons. They're doing a musical spoons class at the Irish Bar, so I figured I'd go try that. There's also Friends trivia, but I was never a big Friends person, so I'm probably gonna skip that. And then yeah, lots of stuff going on in the evening. So I think I'm for sure, well, the show that I want to go to is the Rock Opera, and there's I can do 9:30. So there's one at 7:30 and then there's one at 9:30, but there's also like different trivias in between there. This is what I'm conflicted by, is like I want to go to dinner with all my new friends, but they're going at 7 and everything happens around 7, so I like miss out on everything. But yeah, we'll see. I'm gonna look ahead at the next couple days and see like what is being repeated that I can go to. I can like spread out, because since it's formal night, the menu tomorrow should be filet and lobster and things like that. So tomorrow would be a good night to go there. But we'll see how we feel. We'll see how the day goes. So with that, I'm gonna end this vlog here. I don't know if this is gonna be part 1 or part 2. We'll see how much editing or what happens when I edit, but that's at least it for tonight. I'm gonna go to bed. I am running on fumes, so we will see you all in the next vlog. Good morning. It was a very long night last night. You guys saw in my last video, I got back and I was completely exhausted, but we had some really really rough water last night, and I could not fall asleep till like 12:30 because the boat was like literally, I'm at the front of the ship, so it was literally like this all night last night. We must have been going through some kind of storm or something. But it was really bad. It's still kind of rocking this morning, but not anywhere near as bad as last night. So had my breakfast down there, and it was good. The pizza muffins were really good, and the croissant was good. So now I'm gonna go get some coffee because I definitely need some caffeine. And they're doing a dance fitness workout in the Piazza this morning, so I'm gonna go watch that before I go to my class. I'm gonna do the stretch lab class this morning, and then there's lots of bingo and things like that happening today that I'm gonna go watch. So packed day ahead, but here's today's fit. Workout outfit, Lululemon gift shop in San Francisco. That's about it, nothing exciting. So yeah, let's go get some coffee and see what we get into today. We're at C today. So C days, there's always gonna be more activities going on. I don't think I'm gonna get much work done. I had a couple things I was gonna try and do today, but there's so many activities I wanna do that I'm gonna save that for tomorrow when I get back on the ship. So let's go. Alright, it is a lot warmer than it was yesterday. It's still kind of cold, but like, I don't hate it. I probably couldn't be out here long. Ugh, my eye's watering, but it's not terrible. Oh, now it's windy, so it kind of is. But I watched the dance class for a little bit. It was kind of sad. There wasn't very many people, but it's also very early. So we're gonna go wander a little bit. We're on deck 17 right now, and the workout class I'm going to is on this deck. So we're just gonna see. I don't think I've been on this deck yet. So we're gonna see what all is up here. Alright, change of plans. The sign-ups for this class apparently are closed. I didn't realize you had to sign up, but you could just show up. But that makes sense. So I'm about to figure out a different day to do it. Most of them that were at this time filled up for the rest of the trip, so if you're thinking about trying one of the classes, and that might just be the stretching one, but if you're thinking about trying them, make sure you sign up on day one. That way you know what day you're doing it. So we're gonna head back inside because it's a little chilly. No one ever loves her.